Hey traders, thanks for stopping by here, thetradinganalyst.com. This is Taylor, and we're going to take a look at the S&P 500 chart, as well as a couple of the, or several rather, of the individual names that make up the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ, the major movers and shakers. So, first and foremost, we're going to take kind of just a longer term picture of the S&P 500. Okay, remember last Sunday, when we were all the way down here, I mentioned that we were likely going to get a bounce, okay? And that all of the bears that were expecting some big crash were wrong, all right? I go into a lot more detail about why that was and why we predicted this bounce that occurred, but I'll briefly cover that right now. So first and foremost, the market went basically straight up for about 3 months, okay, with barely any retracements lower, okay. We had maybe 2 red days here, 2 red days here, but virtually all green candles, okay. And it's totally not only normal, but necessary for the market or a stock to take breaks as it heads higher. That is just healthy action. So when a stock or a market or a commodity, anything that has price moving, heads higher for an extended period of time and then sees a dip finally, you should be thanking that stock or commodity or chart for doing that, because it's just a normal, necessary part of an uptrend or a downtrend, okay? Stocks don't go straight down, just like they don't go straight up, all right? So that is just totally normal. The next thing I want to kind of mention too is that this is just kind of anecdotal, but everyone was calling for some kind of big crash when the big crash already happened right here. It already happened, all right? This is when the big crash happened, and you don't have 2 Black Mondays in a row. Okay, this was one of the, from October to January, was one of the biggest and swiftest down moves in the market that it's ever seen, ever. And that doesn't happen twice. Okay, it's never happened twice before. Can it happen again? Totally. Anything can happen in the market. But as it stands right now, in the entire history of the market, we haven't had 2 huge, big moves down like this. So any kind of a dip here would just be a normal minor retracement, and that's kind of why we thought the market would head higher. We also covered a lot of other different things. If you're interested in that, go watch the video we did last Sunday. But now I'm going to cover what's relevant to right now in the market. Okay. So let me kind of zoom in a little bit, and you can see that. Again, we had our chance to break down, but then look at this. We not only bounced, but then we broke over these highs. All right, we broke over these highs, very bullish. We broke this high that we made back here in December. Okay, and we broke this high as well. Let's see, did we close over that level? And we closed over that high as well. So we're closing over that little resistance that we had right here. You can see, like I mentioned previously and last Sunday, it was totally normal for us to take a pause at our first touch of this resistance level. Okay, you can see it was resistance there and right there. So totally normal that we take a pause right there instead of just continuing and just blasting right through it. After, heading up 3 months, it needs a rest. It needed a rest and a reset. And we got that, and now we're over that resistance. Okay, we're well over the 20-day moving average. We're over this little resistance. I'm going to definitely think that we'll head higher. So, oops, let me get rid of this. So we're right here over this resistance. Okay, very, very cool action, and we're really not that far off from these all-time highs. So I think that we're probably going to tag those all-time highs. Again, we're going to have some resistance up there, so it's going to be totally normal if we see some kind of retracements. Okay, there's some resistance right here from this previous support there, and right there, that was kind of what started that big move lower. This day right here. These days right here were just kind of normal retracement days, but then you can see this is when it started to get pretty bloody back here in October of 2018. So again, support. Now that is a level of resistance. That level on the S&P 500 is about 28.75. And then the all-time highs, resistance up here at about 29.30. All right, 28.75 is going to be that first resistance, and I do think that we will come up there and tag it. The next resistance is up here at about 29.30. All right, so you might be asking, okay, well, what is it going to do when it hits these levels? My answer to that is I have no idea, but we will have a plan for what it does when it gets there, depending on how it reacts to it. But right now, the market is extremely bullish. Earnings are favorable, have been favorable last earnings seasons, and now we have a few earnings that have come out just recently. Costco reported earnings, and they did really well. That's just one stock that's coming to my mind right now. So let's look at some of the individual names that make up the market here. And this isn't necessarily going to go over exactly how you should trade these stocks, but just more of building the picture here of why the market is bullish here, and we're not seeing really any bearish signs in the market yet. Okay, this could totally change tomorrow or the next day, but as it stands right now in the market, I'm not really seeing any bearishness. Not really, but just plain old no bearishness that I'm seeing at all in the market. So what we've got here on Netflix is just a big move up here, and then we just have been kind of trading sideways, and to me this is just building up energy. This is looking like just a flag pattern right here. You can see that right here, and most likely going to break to the upside. All right, just a bull flag. Here's the pole right there. And again, if you know me and you watch these videos, you know that I'm not big on technical patterns here. I have a strategy that I use, and I use nothing else. But obviously, these patterns do have some kind of a significance. When you have a trend up and then you kind of rest, the trend is more than likely to continue higher than it is to continue to change directions. The trends are more likely to continue in the direction they've been heading than they are to change. And this is a trend up right here in an overall bullish stock, and then we're trading sideways, and then we're going to head higher. Okay, that's Netflix. Bullish action. Amazon, very, very bullish action. This is one that we were actually long during this big move, and we caught some call options down here, and we sold the last piece here near the highs of the day of this action right here. So as far as how this helps you, well, we've got a huge base sideways trading for for Amazon. Huge base, all right? It had its chance to break down. Here was its earnings reaction right here, and you can see it was a red earnings reaction, but we didn't really break down at all. We barely went lower, and then we just kind of bounced, traded sideways, built up energy, and now we're heading higher. Again, it had its chance to break down. It had a red earnings reaction, but now we're above that earnings reaction. Okay, we're above that earnings reaction. And if you don't follow earnings, you should. Okay, you definitely should follow earnings, not necessarily looking at the earnings reports or the revenue and the net income or anything like that. If that's your thing, that's totally fine. But the only thing that I pay attention to on earnings is how the market reacted to it, and if we are above or below the last earnings reaction. And this was the earnings reaction, and right now we're above that. It had its chance to break down. It didn't. And now what we have, same thing as Netflix, we had this big move up here, and then sideways trading. This is a huge base, this huge shelf, And what is it doing right here? It's building up energy. If you think it moved big last week when we had this big green action right here, you haven't seen anything yet because we have all this sideways trading right here. It's building up energy. I'm telling you, it can get very, very explosive for Amazon, and I definitely think that it will break out. Just has to close a little bit higher than it closed last week, and then it's all hands on deck for a big move higher. So the next one we're going to look at is Google. Google right here, again, kind of same action. We have a big base right here that was trading sideways for Google, and now we've broken out of that base already. We already broke out of it. This was where Google had an earnings reaction. I forget exactly which day it is right here, but it was one of these few days right here, and you can see it was a positive reaction, and we've headed much higher since then. As far as this very recent action, we have this big trend up, big 3 bullish days, and then we have these baby red days right here, and that's just a bull flag right here, and eventually it's going to break out of that bull flag. Could head a little bit lower and then higher, but definitely, this is just how it works. Okay, you have a big move here, retracement, big move here, retracement, big move here, retracement. That is just how stocks work. When they go up or down, they do 2 steps forward, 1 step back. 2 steps forward, 1 step back. That's just how stocks move. This is totally normal action, and I think Google will head higher eventually. Same thing with Facebook. Look at Facebook. Facebook had a big earnings reaction right here, bullish earnings reaction right here, retraced a little bit lower, and then headed higher right here. And notice where we hammered right here to close the week. Last week, we hammered right off of this support, as well as the 20-day moving average. It was that previous support here. We broke that support, became resistance, and now it's support again once we broke over right here. I think that Facebook will get a nice bounce. Notice how we hammered right off of this level with a very nice buying tail. Okay, so that's Facebook. Here is Apple. Apple, very, very nice move. This is something that we're actually currently long on via a credit spread. We trade spreads, we trade regular options, calls and puts, we do debit spreads, we do everything under the sun involving options, and this is a very nice action right here. And I'll just, since we're on it, I might as well go over exactly what got us long. So we had a false breakdown setup. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. So here's the false breakdown setup. Here's the support level. Oops, wrong tool. Here is that support right here. Support, support, support. Sideways trading. We broke that support a little bit on this day and then confirmed it on this day. And then look at what happened the very next day. Boom, gap up, and then closed over all of this resistance and even over that high right there. Okay, big fake out lower. Boom, this was the day that we got long because that's what made this a false breakdown. Okay, and it's very, very powerful when we just have one day that dips below it and then the very next day it rockets higher and closes over that resistance. Okay, that is what a false breakdown is. This is kind of a variation of the false breakdown that we use, but this is a very, very powerful setup, and we are profiting very, very nicely already on this trade. And again, just since we're on it, I send all of my entries in real time via text message. So if you're looking to make trades like this, winning trades like this, where you can put money in your pocket consistently every single week, then I'll send you my alerts via text message, my entries all in real time, my exits all in real time, and you're going to be able to participate in trades just like this. The next one we'll look at is AVGO. And AVGO, we're going to go back to 2 years of action. And I'm showing you this, again, this is a earnings reaction. Same thing that I kind of mentioned for Costco earlier, is we've got an earnings reaction where we closed at an all-time high. Okay, this is not bearish. And AVGO is a major player in the market. They supply the chips for Apple and I forget who else, but this is a major company here, and it just reported positive earnings, very positive earnings, and closed at all-time highs. All right, this is not bearish action. Okay, get this through your head. If you are bearish on the market, or if you're afraid of some kind of dip or crash or anything like that, I'm showing you this is real stuff. Okay, this isn't some analyst opinion. This isn't some blog post spouting fear or anything like that. This is all that matters, guys. All that matters is what the stocks do, the movement of the stock. Right now, this stock is heading higher. We broke out on earnings right here. And again, this isn't necessarily to say get long on AVGO, but just kind of building the case for the bullishness of the market. So right now what you're looking at is the real-time portfolio tracker here at thetradinganalyst.com. And what it does is it tracks all of our alerts, our entries and our exits, and it posts the results here within this tracker. And when you're a member, you're going to get access to this, the full portfolio tracker, and you're going to see our trades in real time. So why am I showing you this? Well, I'm showing you this to show you that we actually get results in the market. Not only can we make these videos and they're helpful and everything like that, but our trades actually make money in the market for myself and my clients. And you can see that our average winner is almost twice as big as our average loser. You can see that in the last 7 months, the portfolio is up $205,000. All right, and these are all trades that you can participate in when you join as a member. Every single trade that you see here and all the other trades that are listed, below here, you're going to get access to in real time. All of these are sent out to all of my paying clients in real time via text message. The entry, I'm texting out as I make it. The exit, I'm texting out as I make it. And you're going to be able to participate in these trades and make consistent returns in the market. So if you've bought and sold trades at the wrong time and you've lost money, or you're not confident about when the right time to get in or out of a trade is, then you need to join here the premium membership community, because you can instantly reduce your losing trades and get started with the #1 options trading service on the planet. So what are you going to get when you sign up and you join today? First and foremost, you are getting the easy to follow real-time trade alerts. Just like I showed you on the portfolio tracker, all of these are sent out via text message to you, so you can never you're never going to have to worry about missing out on a breakout trade opportunity ever again, and you're going to be able to rely on a consistent platform here that can deliver consistent results to you week in and week out, month after month. All right? Here's a few other trades that we recently took that if you were a member at that time, you could have participated in them, and you would have been able to make money alongside of us. The next thing you're getting access to is that complete real-time portfolio tracker. I just showed you a brief picture of it earlier in the video. We also give you access to our open position. So not only are we sending you out the alerts, but there is a open position section on the portfolio tracker that lists the target price, the stop loss, and any other helpful information that you need for those trades. And the reason we give you access to this portfolio tracker is, first and foremost, it's our way of being 100% completely transparent with you. Apparently, according to a lot of people that sign up for my service, tell me that a lot of other services out there are A, not tracking their trades, and B, not being transparent about their results, and kind of just, if there's a loser, they just kind of hope that you forget about it and they don't show you anything except for their big winners. But we don't do that. We show you our winners, our losers, and everything in between. And the next reason, aside from just being completely transparent with you, is to show you what real profitable trading actually looks like, okay? Because not all of the trades are winners. If you think that you can win every single trade while you're trading the market, that is not realistic, and you should stop watching this video and move on to some other service where you think you can get perfect results. But we don't do that, and we are very realistic with our goals and our results, okay? So if you're looking for that, go ahead, sign up for our service, and get those consistent wins delivered to you daily. All right, so here is the next thing you're getting. You're getting access to the professional trading watch list. And these are covered via video. I actually also list them in a section of the portfolio tracker, but I'm also preparing you ahead of time with video analysis, so you're prepared ahead of time for what trades to expect and why we're getting in the trade. The next thing you're getting access to is the exclusive member-only videos. And I cover everything from the market to our current open positions. All of our trades come with a detailed explanation via video. So you know exactly why we got in the trade, the strategy we used, why the stop loss is where it is, why the target is where it is, and you're going to get a full understanding, and you're going to gain confidence. You're not only going to make money in the market, but you're going to learn, and you're going to gain confidence in not only your trading, but in also how we do things at thetradinganalyst.com. The next thing you're getting access to is a bonus here, and that is our full education library. And there is a ton of value in there. This is one of the main things that people love about the service, aside from the good results that we're able to provide people. But it's not just an alert service. We are educating you on how to become a better trader, all right? The main thing you're getting access to, again, there's so many different topics covered in this education library, but the main thing is if you're new or confused or scared about options, you know, a lot of people that are new to options come in with a lot of misconceptions and fear about options, but I wipe those all away because I explain things in a clear and detailed explanation so you can be brought up to speed in no time when you watch our Options Accelerator course, all right? And it's going to increase your knowledge immediately. The next thing you're getting in this education library is our strategy that we use for every single trade that we take. And that alone, giving you our strategy, teaching you our strategy, is worth 10 times what the cost of the membership is. So that's what you're getting today. The last thing here, and it's not listed, but you get access to me personally. You can talk to me on the live chat, on the website, email, respond to the text alerts, and I can respond to you via text message. I'm there to help you, hold your hand throughout this entire process. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, I'm here to guide you through the market in every way possible. So that is what you're getting today. When you sign up and you join, scroll down here and you're going to see our special offer that we have right now. This is the lowest rate we've done for the annual ever, and that is $787 for the entire year. You're getting a total value of $2,395, but you're only going to pay $787 for the entire year. So click this button right here, and it's going to take you to the 100% secure checkout page. Enter in your name, your email, your phone number. Make sure this is a valid phone number that you can receive text messages on, because this is how you receive the buy and sell alerts. Choose a password and then scroll down here, enter in your billing information, or you can click this button and check out with PayPal. It's totally up to you how you want to do this. It's at your convenience. So once you do that, click this button here and you're going to get instant access to everything that we talked about today. Most importantly, you're going to get winning profitable trade alerts delivered to you every single week with a high chance for success. So if you want to do that, sign up today, and I look forward to seeing you in there.